Welcome back to the University Report. It's time for a look at your Pioneer sports. Men's basketball seniors Eric Wall and Nick Allen were named to first team All-WEAC and are joined by freshman Chaz Cross as an honorable mention selection. Allen led the Pioneers with 15.4 points per game. Wall had 10 double-doubles on the season, and Cross was the Pioneers' second leading scorer with 12 points per game. Junior Matt Wick was chosen to the All-WEAC sportsmanship team. Freshman wrestler Mac Dries earned a spot in the NCAA Wrestling Championships, while sophomore Alan Fish will be a first alternate. The Pioneer Sports Report caught up with wrestling coach Chris Walter earlier this week. Hosted the WEAC Championships for wrestling, and Mac, you actually qualified for nationals. As a coach, how would you grade the performance, and then Mac, how would you grade your performance as well?
I was happy with the performance. We had a young team this year. Even some of the leadership we were bringing back from the year before was down with injury, and we went 0-6 in duels. And I told the guys we were going to catch somebody, coming into the conference tournament. And we caught Eau Claire that had beaten us earlier in the year, and we almost passed Oshkosh.
Women basketball junior center Ashley Callahan earned an honorable mention nod to the All-WEAC team. Callahan averaged 9.6 points a game and a team best 5.4 rebounds, including 2 double-doubles on the season. As UW-Platteville students travel across the country for spring break, so will Pioneer Baseball as they start their spring break trip at North Central College on March 11th and 4 games in Virginia. The Pioneers' home opener is April 16th versus UW-Superior. The UW-Platteville softball team opened up the 2011 season with a 3-2 victory over Carleton College and a 10-6 loss to Bethel University on February 26th. The Pioneers traveled to Kissimmee, Florida on March 12th for an 8-game set in 4 days. Their home opener is set for Wednesday, March 13th against Loras College. Coming up on the University Report, Jason Markwell has your question of the week and the rest of this week's weather.
Timmy's in trouble again.
Yeah, you! I told you to stay out of here! Come on, loser!
Someone should do something. Boy, you never see that happen.
If you see abuse or neglect, learn what you can do at BeHumane.org.
And now it's time for Question of the Week. This week we asked students if you could bring a musical act to UW-Platteville, who would it be and why?
I think we should bring Kid Cudi here because, Milwaukee had Kid Cudi, and do we really want to be shown up by Milwaukee? Plus, I like Kid Cudi, so.
I would bring Taylor Swift just because she's amazing. And I don't know, I like her lyrics mostly.
All right.
So I'd bring Taylor Swift.
Well, the musical act that I would bring to Platteville is James Brown. And I say James Brown because all of his music had a lot of soul and emotion, and it sent messages, and it was political and powerful music. So that's why I would bring it to Platteville.
I'd bring Linkin Park. They are my all-time favorite group ever, so Linkin Park.
I would probably bring the White Stripes because by bringing them back together here on campus, we'd hear more of their great music. So, and they're pretty lively too, so they're good stuff.
I would bring Alan Jackson, hands down, greatest songwriter, singer, country music. And I think he has a lot of good stuff a good role model for individuals.
I would bring Shinedown because they're a pretty popular group and everybody would love to rock out with them, along with me and a lot of my friends.
If I could bring any musical guest, I would bring Kenny Chesney. I went to his concert a couple summers ago. There was like a 2-hour encore. He was awesome.
I would love to see Ray LaMontagne here on campus because he has such an intrinsic voice and he's just very raw and he sounds amazing in person.
Avenged Sevenfold, they got great music, and I think a lot of college students enjoy their music.
Now it's time to look at your weather. Friday afternoon, we're looking at temperature a high of 37, rain, nice chance of rain and ice with a southeast wind at 11 miles an hour. Friday evening, we're looking at a wintry mix of ice and snow with a 40% chance of precipitation and an overnight low of 30 degrees with a decent southeast wind. Sunday morning, we're looking at rain showers with a 40% chance of precipitation with a high of 44 and a northeast wind at 13 miles an hour. Coming up for Saturday, we're looking at more rain showers with a high of 44 and a northeasterly wind. For the rest of your weekend, Sunday, we're looking at a high of 37, partly cloudy with a low of 26. And now for your 7-day forecast. Monday, we're looking at partly cloudy with a high of 40 and a low of 30. Tuesday, we're looking at a slight chance of showers with a high of 42 and a low of 34. Wednesday, we're looking at a chance of winter, more snow coming in. Not time for that, but we got a little more snow coming in with a high of 38 and a low of 27. Thursday, we're looking at mostly sunny with a high of 37 and a low of 24. And Friday afternoon, we're looking at partly cloudy with a low of 40 and a low, or the high of 40 and a low of 34 degrees.
Spring's on its way, but that little bit of snow is still kind of...
I'm not a big fan of a little bit of snow. You keep thinking like snow's melting, you keep thinking spring's on its way here, but Mother Nature keeps throwing those curveballs at us.
I just want it to be warm. That's
you and me both, buddy.
It gets tough. I mean, the snow starts to melt during the day, and then it freezes again during the night. Just makes for bad driving conditions.
It's horrible. I really cannot wait for spring to get here.
Yeah, I think a lot of us can't either.
Well, for the University Report, I'm Brent Wetter.
And I'm Robert Barris.
And I'm Jason Markwell. Until next time, stay tuned.